Welcome to the Queen City of Cincinnati, and one of the most historic venues in all of college football. Nippert Stadium, home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. This game today could be an inflection point for both of these teams, as each hoping to use it as a springboard to get into the top 25. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Cincinnati Bearcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Bearcats will kick it off to get us underway. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Beavers offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence. Everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And, David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really good team, finding out who you are, can set the tone for your season.
Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, and I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
The Beavers will punt this one away. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. So Cincinnati's offense will go to work for the first time today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
And the Bearcats will hustle to the line. Dropping back, it's Jamison. Throws to the back. Right on the money. Smashes through the tackle. Oh, look out! A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. Takes an easy completion. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Snagged in the middle, it's Davis. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Bearcats are marching down the field. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bearcats!
Yeah, and it's a nice toss in the back of the end zone. Give your receiver a chance to make a play, and you can tell he knew exactly where he was, got those tippy toes right down, inbounds for the touchdown reception.
Wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Right back to the well. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Back to throw, it's Terrell. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on, it's incomplete, and you can't worry about the footsteps when you're running those crossing routes. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. I really like this call to go for it on 4th down in this area of the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quarterback gets past the marker. Open space at the 25. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
And the Beavers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Beavers!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. The offense lining up for a first down play. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The Bearcats headed quickly to the line. Scanning the field, it's Jamison. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
The give to the back. Nice move there. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He leaves it with his back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Tom.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Pulls it in. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
Here's the handoff. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Quarterback checking the play. To the air, it's Terrell. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to take off. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Bearcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll pull it on the read. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Going up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Oregon State. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Notre Dame has the lead currently, but it hasn't come easy for the Golden Domers. They're in a tight one right now. They're up by 6 over Sam Houston. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give to the back. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
That is an unbelievable play by the offense. Not only do you convert third down, not only do you convert 3rd and long, but you get an explosive play that now sets you up on the opponent's goal line, 1st and goal. Wow.
A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Across the 25, he's got room. Off he goes. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Beavers!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going to try to get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Bearcats with the 1st and 10.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there,
and the defense gets to the quarterback.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. On the ground with the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're trying to get to it. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Here we go with the run on 4th down. The Beavers will keep this drive going.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field, but they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he's got it inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. State.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Wide out in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. He's got an open man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some heat. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Jamison. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Getting some heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do... And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Quarterback adapting. He fires it out to the right. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Got him downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
They'll go right back to him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Unloads to the wideout. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Give to the back. At the 15, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, it's nice when you can buy some space coming out of your own end zone with a nice productive run.
Snap the ball, thinking about make sure we don't get a safety, and now all of a sudden you've got a drive starter. On the move is the 30. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
Get up, Get up. Yep, I think that's what everybody says to their quarterbacks after they take big hits like that. He got the first down, but you don't want to make a living taking those whacks.
Looking for a man, it's Jamison. Using the quick game. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to throw here on second down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Marshall. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And they didn't get him lined up in the middle, so he'll have to knock it through from 54 yards out on the left side. Oh, the attempt is no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. One more snap coming before halftime. Trying to find his man on first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Cincinnati.
Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Into a massive giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. And the Bearcats want to move quickly. On third down, he drops the throw. He makes a catch. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
The Bearcats are rolling down the field. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Wants to throw. It's Jamison. He's got him this time. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, the running back has it. Open space at the 25. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Bearcats! Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking for a crease to the left. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Right back to the well. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Terrell. Quarterback now breaking the field. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
To the air on first down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
On second down, wants to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Beavers! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Kansas State looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up by 25 over the Astronauts. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Bearcats are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Jamison. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and you pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Looking to throw on second down. Coming after it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
That's his second sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He gets a block. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Still running at the 40. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Trying to move them on the counter. Got enough space. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon State. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's taking the shot. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Bearcats! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go to the ground. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Terrell. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. And the Bearcats want to pick up the tempo. Trying play action. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. And the Bearcats are on the move. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He'll do it himself. Made a defender miss. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game.
Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Terrell. Throws to the tight end. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy frontwards.
And the Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. Field goal is good. And here in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. Come on. We should have ran a better route.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the Beavers get it past the sticks.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And, Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
The Beavers getting set on first and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Looking for a man. It's Terrell. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with the pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire. That linebacker showed that there.
Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They're bringing heat. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. All knotted up and just a little bit of time left in regulation. From the gun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Fourth down, gotta have it here. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to throw, it's Jamison. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Back open in the middle. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Looking to go up top on first down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. if you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one.
It's second down.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves them with 3rd and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. The line of scrimmage is the 25. It'll be a 42-yard kick for the win. It's good. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds. That late clutch field goal put them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book.